So here come Peabody, the Golden Tide. Well, we welcome you tonight to Walter Kilser Stadium.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Peabody Band of Gold.
He's going to walk in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Golden Tide. There's a pass. It's caught by Noakes over the middle. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Peabody, Golden Tide. Well, this is the final quarter, final game of the Mid-America Pepsi Jamboree. Henry County, Tennessee. Peabody and South Gibson will square off for 2 quarters. Milan just defeated Dresden by a score of 9-7. Dresden look awfully tough up front. Milan's awfully young, but I feel like Milan will progress as the season goes along. Representing the Golden Tide as captains, number 27, Ray Buchanan, and number 3, Braxton Bogus. Both of these young men will carry a big load for the Golden Tide this year. And tonight begins the Ricky Woods era for Peabody Golden Tide fans. Coach Woods comes to us from Northwest or Northeast Junior Mississippi Junior College in Batesville, Mississippi, and had a very successful stint there and successful stints all over, really, Mississippi, northern Mississippi, at several different high schools. Winning in a number of state championships at South Panola, and then one other town, I can't think of the name of it. Coach Woods and I talked about it, but I think Coach Woods has been in town now about 6 or 8 months, and he's made a good adjustment. The kids like him. The community's going to rally around him, and so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Several new additions to the coaching staff for the Golden Tide this year. Along with Coach Woods, you've got Coach Oates, who is an offensive line coach. And then you've got the former head football coach at Humboldt High School, Dan Bland, is now an assistant for the Golden Tide. Joining him is Shane Jacobs, Kevin Ellison, Paul Hudson, Todd Lumley, and Frank Hodges rounds out the staff for Coach Woods. So Peabody goes on offense, 1st and 10. They'll put the ball in play at the 30-yard line. Snapping the ball for the Golden Tide is number 72, a junior, Parker Reeves. Joining Bogus in the backfield is number 20, Tay Nesbitt. Pass play, first play of the game. And it's going to be a pickup of about 6, maybe 7 on the play. And that's what we look to see Peabody do a lot this year. Spread the ball around and throw it. As Coach Woods is going to coach to what the strength of the personnel is. I don't know how true it is, but someone said that we look to possibly throw the football 75% of the time this year. So that'll be interesting to see if that happens. 2nd down and 3 for the Golden Tide. Pass out here to number 7. He cuts back against the grain. He's going to have enough for a 1st down as he gets out across the 40-yard line. He's down at about the 44. So 1st down for the Golden Tide. 2 pass attempts and 2 completions for Braxton Bogus. First and 10, Peabody. Tay Nesbitt on the carry. He's going to have enough for a 1st down after a pickup of about 17 as Peabody comes out moving the football. So 2 1st downs to start this drive for the Golden Tide. South Gibson's coming off a very successful season where they made the playoffs last year. Trips to this side of the field for the Golden Tide. Throwing the ball out here to number 4. And he's got it loose. He's going to be going down the sideline. He's down to about the 10, and he's going to be knocked out at the 8-yard line where Peabody has another first down. And so 3 first downs in a row to start this drive for the Golden Tide. A lot of skill people for the Golden Tide. Going to spread the ball around, throw it, get it in their hands. First and goal, Peabody. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Ball handed off to Tay Nesbitt. He's going to go up the middle. Touchdown for the Golden Tide. And so just like that, Peabody marches down the field in a minute and 22 seconds and puts the first score on the scoreboard of this Jamboree. On to kick for the Golden Tide is number 26, Hunter Crockett. The kick is up, and the kick is wide to the left. Holding it there was Logan Morris, and so Peabody jumps out to a 6-0 lead here at the Pepsi Mid-America Jamboree in Paris, Tennessee. South Gibson will go on offense. South Gibson lost a large class to graduation, chiefly their quarterback and tailback, both who are players at Bethel University this year, the Walden twins. Pistol formation. Quarterback throws the ball out incomplete, and it's incomplete on 1st and 10. 2nd down and 10 for the Hornets of South Gibson. On that defensive line for the Golden Tide is big number 86, Ryan White. Number 62 is McEwen. Number 79 is Bubba Bailey. And I believe number 55 is Norman. Middle linebacker is Ray Buchanan. Quarterback spins out, turned back in, and he's going to be hit after a gain of about 5, maybe 6 on the play. Should bring up 3rd down and 4. Jordan Johnson is an outside linebacker, as well as number 1, Logan Morris. Xavier Ball is a cornerback. Tay Nesbitt's a safety. 15 is Daniel Hodges at safety. Quarterback's going to keep the ball going up the middle, and he's going to have enough for the 1st down. There to meet him in the hole was Ray Buchanan. Squared up, made a pretty good tackle, but he was able to spin away from him and get just enough yards for the 1st down. So a 1st down for the Hornets. Ball thrown deep on a little fly route down the corner of the sideline. And it falls incomplete, brings up 2nd down and 10. Milan defeated Dresden tonight in the 3rd game of this Jamboree, 9-7. Dresden was up late, 7-2, and Milan was able to punch it across and get the victory. 2nd down and 10. Pistol formation. 2 upbacks. One is in motion. And got the little inside reverse going back across the grain. Is going to be a pickup of about 5. And so pretty good misdirection there. Peabody's got to be able to pick that up. That really is going to be the middle linebacker's read, and he's got to be able to come back across and pick that up. Third down and 5. Peabody needs to hold right here. Pistol formation, wide out to the left, tight end to the left, 2 upbacks. Fullback gets the ball, and he's going to have enough for the first down straight up the middle as he has a gain of 6. Makes another first down for the Hornets of South Gibson. And so both offenses come out and have sustained drives coming down the field. Peabody's up 6-0 early in this contest. Quarterback back to pass. Throwing the ball wide open down the side is number 5. He makes the catch, and there to get him out of bounds and make the tackles, number 15, Daniel Hodges, and number 20, Tay Nesbitt. Both defenders kind of got lost in traffic there, and number 5 broke free, and he was wide open. A good pass would have been a touchdown for South Gibson. Ball's at the 12-yard line as South Gibson has it 1st and 10. Run right up the middle. Several defenders for the Golden Tide there on the stop. Number 27, Ray Buchanan. Number 62, McEwen in on the tackle. David Rodemaker is in there at left tackle right now. Several kids for Peabody will be interchanging throughout the game on that defensive line, always trying to keep somebody fresh for the Golden Tide. 2nd down and 6. Quarterback keeper around the left end, and he's going to go in for a touchdown for the Hornets. And so we have a tie ball game at 6 minutes and 54 seconds here in this first period of the final quarter of action in this Jamboree, the Pepsi Mid-America Jamboree from Paris, Tennessee, Henry County High School. Both teams come out with their initial drive, march it down the field. Neither defense really in the game at this point. And South Gibson lines up for the PAT, potentially taking the lead if the kick is good. Snaps down, the kick's up, and the kick is good. South Gibson goes out to a lead 7-6. With 6:54 to play here in this first period, Peabody will go back on offense. Worst call I've ever seen.
At Raspberry Tire, we can help you with brakes, transmission flushes, interstate battery replacement, all types of suspension repairs, and alignments. We carry several major oil brands and tire brands, including Firestone and Bridgestone. Our service center can balance both passenger car tires and semi-truck tires, and fill your tires with nitrogen. With 30 years of towing experience, we can haul small, compact cars to semi-trucks, and we are the only wrecker service in Gibson County with heavy-duty towing and recovery services. Come visit us at 2216 Highway 45 Bypass, Trenton.
1st and 10 for Peabody as they get the ball at the 30-yard line. Empty backfield. Braxton Bogus back to throw. Throwing the ball out to William Harris. He picks up a block coming back across the field, and he's going to run about 50 yards for a pickup of about 2. And so Coach Woods is getting everybody he can involved in this ball game early in the game with this little short hitch passes. And you'd have to think before long we'll be trying to go across the middle and perhaps over their head. 2nd down and 7 for the Golden Tide. William Harris in the backfield, 3 wideouts to this side of the field. Harris running the football. He runs right over a defender, number 4 for South Gibson, and it's going to be a pickup of about 4 on the play. Should bring up 3rd down and short 3. Third down for Peabody. Two wideouts to the left, tight end to the right. Bogus looks back over to the sideline to get a call. Bogus rolls out to the left, and he's going to tuck it up and run for the 1st down. Possibly a flag down on the plate on the far sideline. So Bogus converts the 1st down, but it looks like it's for naught after the penalty, if it is on Peabody. Sideline warning against the Golden Tide. That's why you have jamborees. Get those sideline warnings out of the way in a jamboree. We got to find us a get-back coach for the Golden Tide. Three wideouts to the near side, 1 to the wide side. Harris is with Bogus in the backfield. Bogus is back to pass, throwing the ball down the middle, looking for Ryan White, and just barely overthrown as White was behind the defenders. 2nd down and 10 for the Golden Tide. Good pass protection there by the offensive line for the Golden Tide. Shea Norman's at right tackle. David Rodemaker's at right guard. Parker Reeves is at center. Left guard is Bubba Bailey, and left tackle is Ross Johnson. Harris handing the ball off. He's got a seam coming up on the outside, and pretty good tackle by South Gibson as number 17 comes up, makes a pretty good stick on William Harris right there. Nonetheless, Harris picks up a gain of about 5 on a 2nd down play. Third and 5 for Peabody. 3 wideouts to the left. Ryan White split out to the right. Bogus back to pass. Bogus is running out of the pocket. Now he turns loose and throws the ball deep, and it's going to be too far out of bounds as his intended target was number 7 for the Golden Tide. The punting unit will come on for the Golden Tide as they don't convert on 3rd down. And so South Gibson's defense does a little better the 2nd possession, forcing Peabody to punt the football. Long snapping for the Golden Tide is Daniel Hodges. Punting for the Tide is Braxton Bogus. End-over-end kick, and the ball's going to be dead right there at the 28-yard line as Logan Morris was Johnny on the spot. South Gibson will take over with 4:08 to play here in this first period of the final quarter of action of the Pepsi Mid-America Jamboree from Henry County High School. South Gibson pulled a guard then, trapped the defensive end, but there waiting on him was Ryan White. Turned the play back in, as well as Jordan Johnson, number 79, Bubba Bailey. Pickup of 2 on the play. So maybe Peabody's defense will match South Gibson and get a stop here. 2 wideouts to the right, 2 upbacks, and a pistol formation for South Gibson. Quarterback keeps the ball on the option after the initial fake, and he's going to pick up a gain of about 2 or 3 on the play. Third down and 5 for South Gibson. Up back in motion, turns back around, quarterback back to pass, and he's wide open. And he hits number 5 on a little seam pass, and it's going to be enough for a first down. There to make the tackle is number 15 for the Tide, Daniel Hodges, a junior who saw extensive amount of action last year as a sophomore, had a great year, and Daniel's going to have another good one this year. And so South Gibson has been able to keep the Golden Tide off balance with its offense, mixing the run and the pass. Option play out to the wide side of the field and getting around Xavier Ball. And Ray Buchanan out here is number 4. Pretty good little scat back for the for the Hornets. Pickup of about 8 on first down for the Hornets. Second down and 2. Tailback got the football, and Peabody's going to stop him just short of the first down after a pickup of maybe a half a yard. Third down and 1 for the Mustangs. For South Gibson. I guess I've got Huntington on my mind because I was listening to their jamboree on the way to this one. Huntington and Dyersburg were tying off tonight in the final action at Paul Ward Stadium. Third down and 1 for the Hornets. Come on, Golden Tide. Stop them right here. Quarterback fumbles the ball, and there's Logan Morris, Logan Morris. Johnny on the spot comes up with the football, and so that's what we need, a good turnover. As Logan Morris has got a nose for the football. He proved it last year, and he proves it again as we start the season here in 2013. Fumble exchange there between the quarterback and the tailback for the Hornets. Ball got on the ground, and before they knew it, Logan Morris was on top of it. Three wide outs to the left far side of the field, 1 to the near side. William Harris runs the ball. Pickup of about 3 on the play. South Gibson's got a little better defense, I think, than what Peabody has seen so far in preseason action, as Peabody has been able to move the ball at will in their 2 preseason scrimmages, one against West Carroll and the other against McNary Central. They started off this game moving the ball straight down the field for an initial score, but find themselves behind 7-6 as South Gibson matched that score. And there's a little hitch pass out and turns it up. Number 4 turns it up for the Golden Tide. It's going to be enough for the first down. And so we haven't hit any long passes, but we're making those little short hitch passes count. As same, I guess, as a toss sweep, as we're getting them out there to a little fast runner. And after about a 2 or 3 yard pass play, he's able to turn them up and get 4 or 5 yards running. And that's about the 4th or 5th time we've been able to do that this game. And so that's a first down for the Golden Tide. Trips formation near side of the field. 1 wide out to the wide side. Harris joins Bogus in the backfield. Bogus back to pass. Turns it loose, going right down the middle of the field, and there's number 4 for a touchdown for the Golden Tide. And so Bogus did exactly what we were thinking he was going to do. He was going to lay it out there and let him run under it. There's just so many of those short passes you can throw until you're going to lull that defense to sleep and go over the top of them, and that's exactly what happens for Peabody. Beautiful, beautiful touch on that ball by Braxton Bogus, a senior. For the PAT is Hunter Crockett, number 26, a senior. He's been waiting for his chance to play now for 3 years, and he's got it, and he makes good on it. And so Hunter comes through for the Golden Tide, gets us up to 13-7 against this team from South Gibson, the Hornets. Peabody converts after the turnover as South Gibson turns the ball over at midfield. 2 or 3 plays later, Peabody burns them deep, and Peabody's got the lead 13-7. South Gibson's back on offense, 1st and 10. Little inside scissors reverse there as the wingback comes around, but they're ready for that play. And that should bring an end to this first quarter of play here in the final period of action at the Pepsi Mid-America Football Jamboree. Great night for high school football. We'll take time out. We'll be back by telling you Peabody's winning 13-7. You're watching Golden Tide football on TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Amy Greer in Trenton can help you get to a better state, because she'll talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Amy Greer in Trenton and officially get to a better state with State Farm.